Shalom, Kahalalim, Layahawa Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rukakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well, who I learned this truth from, and salutations, blessings to you hopeful elect out there. This is a lesson I'm going to entitle "The Legend of the Wild Man" or the Wild Men. Okay, this is from a website called blackcentraleurope.com. Wildman and Moors, 1440. It says, this remarkable medieval tapestry depicts a battle between giant wild men clothed only in forest products or perhaps their own hair, and the civilized defenders of a castle. Of course, most notable is the contrast in skin color and the reversal of our expectations that white should denote civilization and black the lack thereof. The wild giants, with their unkempt hair and beards, attack with sticks and stones. In the other two sections of the tapestry, they battle with a lion, a dragon, and a unicorn heraldic symbol representing authority and power, and then present gifts of wild game to a mother and child in a cave. So basically, this is the image here. All right, when I zoom in, these are Edomites. So the legend of the wild men. This is an actual thing, right? But I just want to show this first, just to get the context of what we're dealing with, right? We're dealing with a time period where so-called black people, dark-skinned people, who went under various names, not only Moors, right? Not only Moors. You got to deepen your scope, or you got to broaden your scope, your horizon, because you had Israelites under names such as the Vikings, the Saxons, right? All these different different titles, man. That you learn were Edomites, but this is just a depiction of the wild men. So the wild men, again, let me get this. This is the wild men. This is jackinthegreen.org. The wild men of Wartburg. Wartburg is in Germany. And this is the tapestry right here, which we were looking at. We were just reading that, right? It says, the black inhabitants of the fortified castle fight with bows and arrows. The men's neatly groomed beards, robes, and headbands identify them as Saracens, or perhaps as black converts to Christianity, which you had, like I said, man, you had a lot of Israelites. You see, like you got to go a little far into the history, because even like the Germans went into Britain under the title of Saxons or Anglo-Saxons, right? That the word Anglo-Saxon means angelic. Anglo means angelic, and Saxon, right? Whenever you hear, oh, he's a Saxon, or Edomites even, right? They call themselves, oh, we're the Anglo-Saxons. Saxon means son of Isaac. So Anglo means angelic son of Isaac. Who was the angelic son of Isaac? Jacob. Isaac had two sons. He had Esau and he had Jacob. The angelic son is Jacob, man. Okay? Those are the Saxons. They came from Germany. And when if you watch the show called Vikings, those Vikings, right? Like when you watch the show, the main character basically is Ragnar, right? Ragnar. He those were basically Vikings or Northmen, which a lot of the Northmen were Benjaminites. And the Saxons, through the spirit, they're basically Judah, because they carried that lion, a crescent, and the Norsemen, they carried actually a wolf crescent, some of them, right? But You know, you had a lot of Jakes. You had the Danes, man. The Danes, up in the north, Northmen. You know, so it wasn't just converts to black converts to Christianity, because you had an individual who they call him Moore. He's a saint, patron saint in Germany called Saint Maurice, and there's a statue of him. There's a lot of different depictions of him, but he's clearly you can clearly see he's an. All right, so I just typed in Saint Maurice for the edification of it, and as you see, right, this is what I remember. This is the statue of him right here, you know, in his coat, in his mail, as they call it, knightly mail, you know, regalia. So this is Saint Maurice, man, royalty, you know, right, as a knight, man. But he was from Germany. So going back here, these wild men, right, it says they're basically describing the tapestry, what's happening here, right? It says Wartburg tapestry, wild men wrestling with beasts. Okay, because this was basically what this is dealing with, is a time period where you Edomites, you were up in caves, man. It's in the book of Job. Hold on one moment. All right, so this is Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former times desolate and waste. Right? Verse 4, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. So they were strong. You know, they were being built up. If you know about juniper, right? Juniper, the Most High basically gave them herbs, man. Made them deal with the herbs. Right? They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief. To dwell in the clefts of the valleys and in caves of the earth. That's why you had this commercial with Geico, right? Insurance, right? Where it was a caveman. All right? And it depicted it in a damn Edomite. It didn't depict a Jake or a Moabite. Okay, it says, and in the rocks, among the bushes they brayed, meaning they had different noises that they made because they couldn't speak. They didn't have a language. Under the nettles they were gathered together, which is another very, very good herb. When you get pricked by the nettles, it's a prickly herb. Those leaves that prick you, they're pricking you actually with vitamins and minerals. It's called actually a stinging nettle. It stings you, but it gives you that good stuff. It's not like poison ivy where it's, you get all messed up. Right? But this is who they were. They were, verse 8, they were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. These are these men right here. The damn caveman. Wild woman, man. Wartburg, wild woman. Okay? Beasts, man. They were viler than the earth, man. You know? When you type in legend of wild men, see, this is their damn coat of arms, man. right? Esau's a hairy ass man. That tells you that in the book of Genesis, man. Right? These are the wild men. Okay? This is what we were dealing with, man. When Esau, how do you think Esau looked and smelled when he came in contact with certain Israelites, man? These are the legend of the wild man. You can look this up, right? Now they say this is mythological in medieval Europe, right? Because they say, oh, it's comparable to the satire or faun type in classical mythology, right? But, I mean, this is dealing with these devils, man. It wasn't a legend for no reason, okay? So with that, I just wanted to bring that out. You can always go into it more. There's, more things you can go into, but I just touched the surface with this, all right? So I want to say Kahalalim, La Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashir Makakwadash, double honors to the apostles of GMS who rule well, who I learned the truth from, and salutations and blessings to you hopeful elect. Shalom.